A Marine outraged with police treatment of Occupy Wall Street protesters.
Why are y'all treating people like this? Why are y'all gearing up like this is war? This is not war!
Has inspired a movement.
America's war veterans have come out onto the streets of New York to publicly support the Occupy Wall Street movement. Let's find out what has led them out here.
Our constitutional rights are being curtailed, and we all served for them.
Another catalyst for anger, former Iraq war veteran Scott Olson, unconscious after being injured in Occupy Oakland protests last week.
What's your name? What's your name?
Scott Olson. With a moment of silence, the veterans showed this brutality just won't fly with them.
What do you think about veterans joining Occupy Wall Street? Do you think it's a strong message?
After Scott Olson, veterans are untouchable.
Veterans of all ages who have served their country at war are now fighting for change at home.
Veterans definitely do represent many of the struggles that all Americans are going through. We have extremely high unemployment rates.
These veterans also see themselves as the 99%.
The very wealthy are not paying their fair share and so forth. So I believe in that, and I think most people do, and so I'm here to support that.
Traditionally, these veterans have been standing up against America's wars, but today they're walking past the New York Stock Exchange calling for a complete revamp of America's financial system. What makes you angry about the system?
Right now, I feel like corporations and banks and Wall Street currently have a disproportionately large voice in our government as compared to the citizens. I feel like citizens of America deserve a government that will listen to them, be accountable to them, and be transparent. And right now we don't have that.
Iraq veterans against the war are marching through the streets of New York City to get to Zuccotti Park, the biggest Occupy Wall Street encampment in the U.S. War veterans are greeted at the Occupy Wall Street New York camp with cheers. People here believe that veterans joining the crowds will give more credibility to the movement.
The fact that they're ready now to really open their voice and let it be heard, I think is incredible, and I think it's really going to help with the movement in a huge way.
And as a World Trade Center first responder, I'm right up there with them, as a matter of fact. Because like them, I myself have got literally spit on by the system.
Even those not active in the protests are supportive.
Do you think
I happen to be a veteran myself, and I'm not surprised that they would do that, since they're very conscious of what's happening in this country right now, so I didn't know they were joining them, so I'm very happy to hear that.
Tens of thousands of soldiers are supposed to return from Iraq come winter. The people here say this will only amplify the number of outraged veterans in the United States who say they have been forgotten by the system.
It's the first time that Americans, stunned by the 2008 meltdown, have reacted. And you can just feel that small as this still may be, and it's large enough, it's supported by an enormous percentage of Americans, to some degree or another. I think it's a real change of mood in America.
The Constitution of!
A change of mood increasingly difficult to ignore, with those who fought for the U.S. abroad now forced to fight for the U.S. at home. Anastasia Churkina, RT, New York.